Yes.
And the operators of the Cairngorm Mountain Company are already having a very happy new year. Business over the festive season reached record levels, with up to 3,000 people piling into the Highland Resort on Hogmanay alone. Reasonable snow cover has continued to pull the crowds, but all agree that the newly opened funicular railway is literally pulling its weight.
Been very, very successful, probably beyond our wildest dreams. Got no complaints. One day, unfortunately, we got too busy on Hogmanay. We were just totally inundated with people, more than we expected. All 3 car parks were full up by lunchtime. But it's all part of the learning curve, and hopefully it won't happen again.
The mountain railway, which has been opposed by environmentalists, was widely welcomed by those hitting the slopes today.
You're getting up there a lot quicker, and you're getting there warm and dry. More runs, basically.
I think it's probably the best thing that you've ever done in Scotland. I've been coming here about 30 years now, off and on, and it's a big success.
This time last year, these 30-mile-an-hour winds would have closed the Cairngorm Resort. But the new funicular can safely cope with double these wind speeds, if anyone has the nerve to ski in them.
Plucky lady. Now it's time to go back to Michael Burke in London.
And the main news again tonight, the Governor of the Bank of England has warned that we're spending too much. Sir Edward George says consumers are getting too far into debt and that interest rates may have to go up again. Tony Blair, who started a visit to the South Asia region, has urged calm on Pakistan and India, close to war over Kashmir. And the widow of the man killed by car thieves has appealed for help in catching them. Newsnight starting now over on BBC Two with a debate between South West Trains and the striking RMT union. From the 10 o'clock news, good night.
Hello, good evening. It's been cold in eastern Scotland today. In fact, temperatures this morning in Strathallan fell to -10 and this afternoon a mere -1. And the cold winds blowing in Scotland have caused all sorts of problems today. A drifting of the snow lying in Aberdeenshire, and that has closed several roads. Worst affected still the A96 and the A939. Very poor visibility and treacherous in some areas. And we're still going to drag in that cold wind from Central Europe through the day tomorrow. Still quite a chill to that wind across eastern parts of Britain. But in the west, the wind's coming in from a slightly different source. It's coming in from the Atlantic, so it's not quite as cold. And it'll actually pick up a bit of moisture and bring a few splashes of rain to some western areas tonight. So a contrast in temperature, as you'd expect, with those southerlies temperatures in the west holding up at around 3 or 4 degrees. Further east, it's already turning frosty, a widespread frost, and again, a risk of some ice on untreated roads and pavements. So a bit of a slippery start to the day on Friday, but some fine sunshine for many central and eastern areas. Not too bad at all, I think, for time. But in the west, those fronts continuing to bring a good deal of cloud, the odd patch of rain and drizzle. And I think that'll become rather more persistent across parts of Wales and especially the southwest later on tomorrow. Rather murky conditions developing as well. Could be pretty dull and gloomy end of the day here. There's still a little bit of sunshine to the east. Quite a contrast in temperature, that chill wind in the east and temperatures of 0 to +3, so cold. Further to the west, though, not so bad, around 8 Celsius in Northern Ireland, 7 to 10 in South Wales and Devon and Cornwall. Now, tomorrow evening, just something to keep in the back of your mind, it will become cold again, sharp frost in the east. And if we do see any of that rain just nudging a little bit further in, well, that could well just freeze as it meets that cold ground. So there's a chance later tomorrow of ice and also deteriorating visibility. We could well see some dense fog. Something to keep in the back of your mind for tomorrow evening. But I think temperatures picking up as we head away through the weekend. So not as frosty this weekend, but unfortunately not the winter sunshine that we've become quite used to. It will be a pretty gloomy weekend, rather dull for many central and eastern areas on Saturday, gloomy conditions. And a rather more active front is going to bring some rain to Scotland and more western areas of England and Wales. That'll then tend to push its way southwards on Sunday, again very dull, but followed, at least in the north, by some pleasant sunshine and a bit of a breeze. That's it. Good evening.
This Saturday night on BBC One, Ruby's playing the waiting game at 7:10.
The longer you wait, the more you get.
Then at 7:50, join Eamon for the National Lottery Jet Set.
We're live with quite simply the best prizes on TV.
With the National Lottery, Thunderball and Lottery Extra Draws live. In Casualty at 8:25, it's an embarrassing morning after for Nikki and Jack.
I don't think that I'm ready for a relationship.
I thought you liked me. You're mine.
And at 9:30, Pauline Quirk stars in new Murder in Mind.
Jane, are you crazy?
Saturday night on BBC One.
Kids, tell it like it is.
So, you're just having sex with him, but you don't love him.
And grown-ups, act like kids.
What if I'd known polyester knickers would weight your heart? I got your lorry load.
So what do you do when you fall for your best friend?
You sure you're going to be all right tonight?
Well, you can check on me if you want. Around about midnight. Wear something silky.
Michelle Collins and Paul Kay.
Will they be best friends or lovers under 2,000 acres of sky?
A new series starts tomorrow at 8:30 on BBC One Scotland.
Morning television gets the wax treatment.
I think barking is a perfectly wonderful way of expressing yourself. And what part of your body does this go?
Leaving you raw.
Oh, you're really going for the jugular.
I don't want to be upstaged by an audience member.
But revitalised.
It's like dental floss up your behind.
Like only she can do.
I don't know who's on or what I'm doing, but the important thing is I'll be there.
Celebrity guests, serious chat.
What will Melanie Griffith's lips like?
And a lot more. Ruby starts Tuesday morning at 10 on BBC One.
5 decades and still Cher, now on BBC One Scotland. A recorded live concert from Las Vegas in an hour. But first, the ups and downs of an incredible career.
Do you believe in life after love?
Things that I really enjoy doing are things like this, or running to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I think that grown-up things are all well and good, but I mean, after you've done a certain amount of grown-up things, it's all boring. Remember the last time I told you I wasn't having any crepe boys here? I'm a big liar.
I really don't think you're strong enough.
I don't think there's any city that's more beautiful than Paris, but I do like Rome. Here's my picture. I'm someone that's accomplished all of the things that they ever set out to accomplish and so much more. Hey, look, you guys, you're in it. I've had like completely up times and really horrible down times. And I think that the down times really make me who I am.
Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Bang, bang,
my mom has the character in both personal and career situations to always, pick herself up.
My baby shot me down.
She's clearly a survivor. She'll always survive. She's Cher.
Now I'm telling you that I'm strong enough to live without you. Strong enough.
This woman has had a #1 record in the last 4 decades. Not Sinatra, not Elvis has done that. Only Cher.
If you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss.
That's her. That's her. She sees something and she wants it and she works for it.